So hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lakshay here. So today we are gonna start with our lead code question number 2, which says add two numbers. It says you are given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order and each of their nodes contains a single digit. Add the two numbers and return the sum of as a linked list. So here we're given two linked lists L1 and L2 and we have to return the output, means their sum. So let's take this example. List L1 is 2, 4, 3 and a list L2 is 5, 6 and 4, and here is our output list which is 7, 0 and 8. So how we get this? 5 plus 7 we give 7, 5 plus 2 gives 7, 6 plus 4 gives 10, so 0 here and carry 1 here, then 4 plus 3 plus 1 gives 8. This is how we are getting our answer. So how we approach this problem, let's see. Here is a list 2, 4, 3 and here's another 5, 6, 4. So we have to create a new list, that is output list. So first of all create a dummy node, that will be our 0. We will create a dummy pointer here and also a current pointer, and also we'll create few variables, like we will create a carry which will be initially 0. Then we will start our traversal. So we will keep on traversing while our L1 is not equals to null or our L2 is not equals to null. Means when they both becomes null, then we will stop our iteration, unless we will keep on iterating. So let's see. First of all we also create a sum, and our sum will always be equals to carry at starting, which means 0 here. Just wait a second. Which means 0 here. So we will see that if L1 is not equals to null, we will check. Here we can see L1 is not equals to null, so we will add the L1 into our sum, L1 and L2, L1 in our sum, that is 2, and then our L1 will move to next, which is here. Then we will check if our L2 is not equals to null, then we will add our L2 here, which means now our sum is 7, and we move our pointer to here. Now we will find out the carry by simply doing carry equals to sum mod 10. It will give a carry, so it will give 7 more 10, it will give 0. So that's why our carry will remain 0. And then we will find our sum equals to sum percentage 10, which will give us 7 only. So our carry will remain 0 and sum remains 7. Then our current next will point to a new list node, which will be our sum, that is 7, and our current will move to current dot next. Cool. On this we will repeat this procedure again, that our sum now again becomes equals to carry, means 0. Then we will add first L1, that means it becomes 4. Then we will add our L1 moves to here. Then we will add our L2, it means we will add this, so it becomes 10, and our L2 moves here, so now 10. Now we will find the carry, so 10 more 10, it gives carry equals to 1, and 10 percentage 10, it will gives us 0. Okay, so now our carry is 1 and our sum is 0. So then our sum will now point to, our current pointer will point to a new list node, which will be our sum, that is 0. Cool, and current will move to next. Then now our sum becomes equals to carry, which is already 1, and we will add in it, and our carry is what? 1. Cool. So now our sum will be added to, okay, right. Okay, now our sum will add to 0 because now our carry is this. Okay, so now our sum equals to 1 and carry equals to 1. Now we will add our L1 here, that will be 3, so sum plus 4, it gives 4, and then we will add, no sorry, it's 3 half, it's 4. Cool. And then we will add 4 from here, which will gives us 8. Then we will create a new node and join to it, and our current will now point to here. And what we will do now, Before that, we will check that our carry is percentage 10, which will give 0, and 8 percentage means it's percentage and it is modulo, so it will give us 8 only. That's why we have done this. Now we can see that our both L1 and L2 have reached null. So at last we will simply check if there is any carry left. So we can see that carry is now 0, means no carry is left. That means we will simply return our dummies.next. Otherwise, if let's imagine that there is a carry left 1, then what we will do, we will create a new pointer and the current pointer will point to a new pointer where we will store our carry like this. But in this case we don't have any carry, that's why it will simply point to null, and we will simply return our dummy next. Cool. So that's it. This is how we approach this problem. Let's write down pseudocode to understand it more clearly. So first of all, let's create a dummy node, new node that will be 0, and another we will create a current pointer which will point to dummy. Now create a carry which will be now at 0, and then we'll create our while L1 or L2, means while they both exist or either of them exist, we will keep on traversing. First of all, we will create a new variable in sum equals to carry. We will hold the sum with the value of carry, and then we'll check if L1 is not equals to null. We will add some L1 value to the sum, and L1 will move to L1 dot next. Similarly, we will do with L2. If our L2 is not equals to null, we'll add sum plus equals to L2 dot well, and L2 will move to L2 dot next. After that, before writing the new node, we will check if there is a carry or not. Carry equals to sum modulo 10. If it is here, then it will definitely give us a carry, and if not, then we will also check for our sum percent 10, and it will give us modified sum. At last, we will simply do current next will point to new node that will be our sum, and now our current will move to current dot next. Cool. And after all this, when the while loops ends, we will again check for the carry. If carry is not equals to 0, that means there is some value in there, so we will simply point our current next to a new list node which will hold our carry. That's it, and we will at last return our dummy dot next. So that's it. This is a pseudocode for the problem. So now let's discuss the time complexity of this problem. So the time complexity will be big O of max of either m and n. It means, let's assume that we have the length as m and the length as n. Means here we are having two listeners. Let's suppose its length is m and its length is n. So whose length will be the larger? We will definitely be the time complexity based on this length. Means if our L1 is having 3 lists and our L2 is having 4, suppose there is another list, another element is 2, so the time complexity will be big O of n, because the length is n here. But if it's this length is greater, means it has 4, 6, 7, suppose anything, then this length will be greater, so the time complexity will be big O of m. So that's why it depends on the maximum length between the two. So that's it. This is our code. So below I will paste the original code for the LeetCode, which may you try before looking to that. So that's it. Here is our code which we have already discussed. You can read it from here, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.